What's up, Cameron Rad here. Here's another Photoshop quick tip, like little photo retouching tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing how to get this kind of Dave Hill HDR overprocessed kind of band trendy look. It's really easy. You can do it. I'll show how to do it in Photoshop and show how to do it in Lightroom. I think it's a little bit easier in Lightroom since everything's already here. One thing I recommend, there's really two factors to get this exact look. One thing I recommend is shoot in RAW. I always shoot in RAW because I just love the quality that RAW gives, and I'm not looking to take 1,000 photos. If I get one good photo, I'm happy. Or one great photo, I should say. So shoot in RAW, and another thing, the lighting that you have, like what your lighting setup is, will greatly determine what your photo will look like. For example, if this photo was flat, kind of like one of these ones, these little ambient light black and whites, the effect wouldn't look as good. So, what I recommend is if you are going for this effect, use a strobe outside, face the camera into the sun or wherever, expose for the background, and use the strobe to fill. So once you did that, you got your photo in. I'm gonna give it a little bit of warm it up a tiny bit, but then I like kind of like a greenish tone to this image, so I'm gonna bring my tint towards greens around there. Next thing I did is brought my recovery slider all the way up, brought my exposure a tad bit down, brought my fill light to around maybe like, say, 18 or 19, brought my contrast up, brought my clarity up, brought my vibrance up a little bit, and then brought my saturation down. So now it's not exactly the same, but so a couple more steps. Just mess with this stuff until you get what you like. Also, right here I brought my highlights back up a little bit, and then my shadows a little darker, just to give them more pop. Then I went into sharpening, and I put my sharpening around 50. My radius at half, like the lowest you can go. And then I brought my details up. Just a little over-processed sharpening look. Looks kind of cool. And then I added a little vignette as well. And that's basically it in Lightroom. I know I didn't get it exactly the same, but it's close enough, so you get the feel for it. In Photoshop, it's a little bit different. Just open this in Photoshop. I guess it's reading it off of my other hard drive, so that's taking a little bit. That was me experimenting. I was just messing around with stuff. So in Photoshop, it's a little bit different. Photoshop CS5 has this really cool HDR toning function, which works really good for this. So you can mess around with these, and basically you're going for the same look. What I recommend really is just experimenting. Not every photo is the same, so just mess around until what you think looks good. There's no really set rule for anything. So you can do it that way, or like the older versions of Photoshop, go image adjustments, shadow highlights, and make sure show more options is selected. And then the same thing, you just mess around with the sliders and get what you think looks good. And then for sharpening, what I normally do is, well, let me quickly tone this image using this, I guess. not really used to this thing, so I always just do it in Lightroom. Actually, here. We'll go to this image. The only thing I did to this one was, no, this was just me messing around. I wanted to go to the non-resize version. There we go. So the only thing I really did for this one is just a color balance. Just try to change the colors around a little bit and then bringing the saturation down. That's the only difference from that and this one. So for sharpening, what I like to do, is merge all visible layers. So on a Mac, it's Shift, Option, Command, and then E. And I think it's Shift, Control, and Option or Alt on a PC, and E. Then I'll put this layer to soft light and go filter, other, high pass. And now you can get some really cool effects, like I zoom into 100%, and if you have your radius high, you can get some cool effects, and then if you have it low, it just sharpens it a bit. And then once you get something that you think looks cool, I don't know, like that, you can always go back and like bring the opacity down, or possibly if you think like you want to mask out areas, you can always mask it out. So, and yeah, that's basically it. There's only a couple other things that I would do, and that's like maybe go back and dodge and burn, or yeah, dodge and burn, and then maybe do some skin retouching. But that's about it. It's pretty simple. So yeah, thanks for watching, and check out my website, camerarad.com, and my YouTube channel for more videos soon.